So guys, in today's video, I want to cover exactly how you guys can climb through the ranks quickly in Chapter 4 Season 3. Now this is going to be more focused on the mental aspect of it, so for example, not exactly how you're playing in the game, but how you're actually reacting to your games in real life, how you're adjusting to losing your games and winning them, and how you should continue playing and keep grinding as you play more. This is going to be a very mental focused video, so it's going to really work on your mentality, the way that you actually approach Fortnite, and the way that you're actually going to be able to succeed in the mentality you're going to need to do that. So without waiting any longer, let's hop right into this video. Now I want to start off by going over a very simple fact that a lot of players tend to neglect when it comes to competitive. This is going to be to play with a clear mind when you're actually playing and competing in your ranked game modes. Now essentially what I mean by this is as you are actually playing Fortnite, especially during the summer when we're off school and you're not really going to be having too many other things to do, I'd recommend that you guys try to go into your day and start by finishing every important task that you have to do. This can be exercise, work, schoolwork, everything you need to do, get it done quickly. Chores, pretty much anything your parents tell you to do. Make sure that you're actually eating your food with your family. Make sure that you're spending time with them. Make sure that you're not neglecting any relationships in your life. And honestly, once you're done with all of that stuff, you guys can come back to the game and you can really focus on grinding and playing with a very clear mind in order to give Fortnite 100% of your attention when you're actually playing. Now this might seem like kind of a funny or a weird tip. However, the reason that I do say this is because a lot of times when people are actually playing and working towards something, they need to give their 100% focus into it in order to actually improve at it. Fortnite is no different. As you guys play more and more ranked, you guys will understand how important it is to actually focus on 100% on the game that you're actually playing. Especially as the ranks get higher and the leagues get more competitive. Once the games are more competitive like that, you're going to definitely need to give more focus into those games as they actually continue. Playing with a clear mind is by far one of the best ways to actually do that. If you guys are able to do this and play with a clear mind in general, not only will you be able to improve and play a lot cleaner, you're also going to be less likely to tilt because you don't really have to think about anything else you may have to do after you maybe lose or you don't have as good of a game. Ideally, playing with a clear mind is just going to be a really beneficial way to actually compete, and I think it's a really good thing for all competitive gamers to actually do. Now, the second thing is going to be for you guys how you should react as you absolutely will lose. Nobody wins 100% of their games, and people will definitely lose a couple. You guys will definitely have some bad games, and I want to explain exactly how you should react and exactly what you should do in order to recover from that loss. So as soon as you lose, my recommendation is that you guys get off of your computer or your Xbox or whatever you're playing on, get off of it, go ahead and take a break. I'd say at least 5 minutes, however, recommended is a longer time. I'd recommend you go ahead and do something else, literally anything else. I'd recommend you guys go outside, take a walk, drink some water, have a meal, literally do anything. Go talk to your family, go text your friends. Whatever it may be, take your mind completely off the game and appreciate what else you're doing in your life. And then I would recommend you come back, you definitely go ahead and re-warm up. This can mean you guys go into creative, you free build, you aim train. You guys definitely have to re-warm up. That's a big thing because not only will you be completely warm from the previous session, you're going to be re-warming up so you're going to be even more prepared for the future games. And then you can start playing again. However, the reason I recommend you guys take this time to actually recover and look back at the loss and see exactly what you did wrong, when you're taking some time away from the game, you don't really need to think about what you did during the game. You can kind of think about anything else, something else to take your mind off of it. Once you're able to do that, it's going to be really helpful for you guys to actually think about exactly what you're going to be doing as soon as you reapproach the game and you start competing again. Essentially, the message of what I'm trying to say is only think about Fortnite when you're actually playing Fortnite. Because if you're thinking about it too much, especially the bad stuff, when you're not playing, that's going to be a really bad thing. Obviously, it's okay for you guys to think about it and speculate what you will do in upcoming games. However, don't really think about, oh, I wish that this was different. Oh, I wish that this guy didn't eliminate me that way. Stuff like that will constantly nab at your brain and you're not really going to be thinking with a clear head. So that type of stuff is extremely important. And of course, guys, the next tip is going to be for you guys to constantly adapt to the rank as you rank up. Now, obviously, as you climb through the ranks, I'd recommend you start to play more passive. The players are going to be getting a lot better and they're going to be looking for a lot more eliminations and abilities to actually eliminate you throughout the game. I'd recommend if you are in these later and higher ranks, you guys only really look for later game kills and try to land at low-key drop spots in which you will definitely survive off spawn. One of the biggest things that harms you inside of these ranked games is that if you guys continuously keep dying off spawn, that is one of the biggest issues that I see with a lot of players. If you're honestly looking for only late game kills and you're landing at low-key drop spots, it's really going to help you because you're going to be able to actually play as if you're playing in a tournament. Not only will this emulate an actual tournament setting, which will generally help you guys improve in your tournament play, it'll also help you understand exactly how ranked is played and help you understand the map better, understand the meta better, and understand exactly how to play in this new meta. Now, the reason for that is because as you adapt to the rank and get to the higher levels, the higher level of play, as you guys can see, is very different from the median average level of play around Platinum. So if you're playing in the Champion Division, and then you compare it to how you're playing in the Gold Division, it's a very different style of play. Players actually play very differently. WKEY will be different, the amount of people that are alive will be very different, how long the games are going to be very different. It's just a generally different kind of game. So I'd recommend if you guys are competing in these higher level ranks, You try to adapt to them and play as if you're a high level player. I've always said the best way to become a high level player is to actually start playing like one. Now the way you can do that is playing these high level games and adapt to the way that they play rather than the way that you are going to be competing inside of your lower level ranks. Regardless, if you guys constantly adapt to the rank, it's generally going to help you quite a bit. Now the next tip for climbing very quickly, this is going to be for you guys to play for the win. Now I'm going to give you guys two scenarios here. Let's say that you've just played 10 games. In all 10 of those games, you placed top 20 with 5 kills. And then I'm going to give you guys the example of you guys playing 5 games. Let's say in all 5 of these games, you placed top 5 with 3 kills. And all 3 of the kills that you got were past 20 players alive. So later in the game. Those 5 games are going to give you far more ranked progress than those 10 games are definitely going to. Now the reason for this is because guys, placement in later game kills matter the most by far. That is how the rank system is specifically designed to actually help you guys climb, and that's going to be the way that you guys have to compete and you have to adapt to the actual meta in the format of competitive. I'd recommend you guys try to aim for at least a top 5 placement every game, if not a win, and then ideally kills are beneficial later in the game, which once again means after 20 players are alive. Once you get to that point in the game, then you can start looking for eliminations, but do be wary, people who have survived that long might be quite good fighters, especially in the higher ranks. So you do need to understand that and adapt to that as you keep competing, and adjust your playstyle to maybe be a better fighter, maybe be a better positioner, rotator, whatever it may be, you definitely need to play for the win and adapt to the rank. And then the final tip that I want to go over is for you guys to actually play to the lobby. So I've gone over this tip before in various different videos about understanding tournament formats. However, playing to the lobby basically means that you guys need to adjust to how many players are alive and adjust your playstyle in the game based upon that. So basically what I mean is that if the lobby is dying quite quickly, there's probably some good WKEYers fighting and winning. So stay clear of those people who are getting a lot of the kills. Maybe rotate onto dead side and look for some of the weaker opponents that you guys can actually eliminate there. And then if there are a lot of people in the lobby and everybody seems to be running away from fights and not being very confident in the way that they engage, maybe try to WKEY the lobby yourself, especially if you're a good fighter. That will very much benefit you in terms of your guys' ranked progress. Remember, late game kills are better than early game kills, so ideally if you can do this later in the game, it'll definitely help you out a lot. I'd say playing to the lobby is probably the best option for solo ranked and solo cash cups. That's honestly what I'd recommend for you if you guys want to try to rank up quickly, get a lot of PR, get a lot of points. That type of stuff will really help you out. Simply reading a lobby correctly can make the difference between making earnings and not, and then making a rank and not making a rank. That's truly the way that I recommend you guys actually compete, and if you guys take all 5 of these tips and you understand them completely, I think you guys will definitely rank up quite quickly, and then you're really going to appreciate all these tips that I went over in this video. Anyways guys, that is the video on exactly how to climb ranked quickly. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the slow upload schedule this summer guys. I am quite busy. I got some college apps coming up in the fall. But as you guys know, I'm still going to be around here making videos for you all. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.